Alright, what is up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Mechabellum Mythbusters. Today, I want to investigate a strange upgrade. Energy Diffraction on the melting point. I personally do not use this upgrade because it reduces the range on your melting point. Melting points enjoy having large range because usually you want them to snipe a big boy. But when you reduce their range and you also split up their attacks to deal less damage, you can't deal with big boys as well. So I'm just going to test every single unit versus energy diffraction and try and figure out, well, just what it's useful for. So my guess is energy diffraction could be good against like medium-sized units like sledgehammers and balls. And maybe in some cases they could be okay against other giants, but generally you probably don't want to get this if you're trying to get your melting point to deal with a giant unit. But that's just my hunch. Let's just see that in action. So here I have a melting point, and honestly I think I might just want to observe it on both sides. So let's see. Here's what we're going to do here. This is pure science, baby. And by pure science, I mean maybe this will not be that great science. So let's go here, and I want to put a melting point down on this side, and this guy is not going to have energy diffraction. And I want to make sure he's like the exact same. Maybe I'll just put him in front of the tower. That'll just make life easier. Put him in front of the tower. Okay, there we go. There we go. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure against crawlers, a regular melting point stands no chance. But an energy diffraction one will probably do a bit better. So we can test two theories at the same time here. I mean, to be fair, there's no theory to be tested here. I guess the crawlers are just to set a baseline as to, well, energy diffraction. Is it actually good against crowds? Let's see. Yes, it's pretty good against crowds. There we go. The melting point, I think, has killed all the crawlers on this side already, where the other melting point on the other side is actually just struggling. He's like, please help me. I mean, the melting point's giant HP pool is eventually going to help it get through all that stuff. But there it is. Energy diffraction, boys. All right, pause battle. I think this will just turn it off right away. Nice. Okay, so now that we've established a little baseline with the crawlers, let's test this out here. So I'm going to remove this. And we're going to add in some sledgehammers. I'm going to put them on the line here. Let's not put them on the line because the crawlers on the other side technically... Oh, whoa. technically aren't on the line here. So I'm going to remove this. Delete unit. There we go. And put a sledgehammer here. 1, 2. Ooh. There we go. So what's more effective here? So I'm not going to actually get any... Maybe I do get increased range. Do I get increased range? I think for science we're not going to get increased range. Just to see. But then I guess the alternative tech you could go with melting point instead of energy diffraction is range enhancement. So maybe let's compare the two. So I'm going to give this thing range enhancement here. So this thing will have range enhancement. This thing will have energy diffraction. And we'll see which one performs better in this role. Because if range enhancement is just better than energy diffraction, there's literally no point in ever buying it. So you can see here, the sledgehammers have already been taken down to 2 units. That being said, this melting point did finish off the sledgehammers faster, but at the cost of taking some damage. So that's very interesting. That actually gets me thinking. Hold on. Let me test it against the other guys here first. So let's just clear this off, switch sides, and then I'm going to clear this off as well. So what if we ran some steel balls? So steel ball over here. Steel balls. And steel balls over here. There we go. Steel balls. So which one does better against steel balls? Because I think steel balls actually have the potential to counter a melting point. Because they're basically just really fast-moving baby melting points. Okay. Okay. This melting point taking a bit of damage here. This melting point taking literally no damage. So against steel balls, the energy diffraction seems to be pretty good. So, I mean, I think it seems to be super obvious. Like, against anything that gets close enough, it's not going to do too... Like, things that get close aren't going to do too well against the energy diffraction. So, if that's the case... We're gonna up it. We're gonna up the ante here. Against 3 rhinos, somehow positioned like this, because I don't know, you have a death wish and you put all your rhinos together. What does better? So let's delete that. I get the feeling, obviously, I think that energy diffraction is gonna be pretty key here. Because the rhinos also close distance as well. So, let's see. Against 3 rhinos, is range better or is energy diffraction better? I hope the rhinos don't get distracted. Okay. See, the rhinos are on top of the other guy already. Ooh. Yes. Well, actually, the melting point on the left took way more damage. Interesting. Actually, it seems like they took comparable amounts of damage. Okay, so I think the baseline that we've established here is that the energy diffraction is okay against stuff that gets in real close. But against giants, I think this is where it's gonna start differentiating. So generally, a unit that you would want to counter is an overlord. Overlords are very dangerous giant units. You don't want to have them sitting around unanswered. So let's say you slacked off, or not say you didn't slack off. Let's say your opponent just picks up a bunch of overlords and surprises you. On the one hand, no, I don't want crawlers, sorry. On the one hand, you have extended range, and on the other hand, you have energy diffraction. So what I'm curious about is, well, which one does better? I'm pretty sure against 3 overlords, energy diffraction, unless it is protected, is going to do worse. So let's see here. Because the extended range is just going to start beaming this overlord down right away. Yeah, you can see here the energy diffraction, it stood no chance. But with extended range, it took out 2 overlords. So that's fairly interesting. Okay, so now actually what I'm curious about is, let's say you protected your guy because you are diligent and you care about your melting point. So you did this, and you have a unit of fangs right over here. Let's do that. And on the same thing on this side, you have this, and then you have this. You have a unit of fangs here. Just like that. Same thing. I think that's exactly the same thing, right? Yes. Okay. So now with energy diffraction versus range, same setup. I want to see which one performs better. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, Overlord going down. The other side has yet to even destroy an Overlord. It's still able to take it down, but do you see the difference here? Oh, actually, if the tower didn't go down, it would have taken down that Overlord. But the difference is obvious. The extended range melting point is just better because you still have a fortress that's alive at the end of the engagement versus the energy diffraction. Your fortress has died. So I honestly don't see how energy diffraction could be good. Let's see. What else? What else? Yeah, because I don't really see any other situation where energy diffraction could be good. I think the only situation where energy diffraction could be good is if you also got range with it. So let's just have this one with range and energy diffraction, and let's see what happens. Because I'm pretty sure with extra range, things would be pretty good. So there we go. It's got the lock on. It's got the lock on. Ah. But it's still not as good. Like, it killed it faster, but you lost the fortress. It kills it faster, but you lose the fortress. So I would say arguably it's less efficient, because if you were to win the game by dealing 800 damage to your opponent, the fortress and the melting point with range would have beat out the melting point with energy diffraction. So I don't know if I can really find a scenario where energy diffraction is actually good. That's the thing. Because, like, if you need melting point to deal with sledgehammers, there's a better unit. It's called the Scorpion. I think there might be one saving grace for this. And let me set that up here. So I think the one saving grace is maybe you are against like some sort of ridiculous aggro comp. And all they have are like balls. Like tons and tons and tons of balls. So let me just adjust the unit tech on this thing. Remove that. So on this side, I'm going to build the ideal aggro composition here, okay? So you got the aggro balls coming up. They're like right here. Like that. And then like that. And then at the front they have like fang after fang after fang. And they're coming through. Like this. Maybe something like that. Alright, and then they also have Hang Shield. And you have a like a Scorpion. Because you're like, ooh, gotta counter. Gotta counter. And you have a Scorpion, and let's say you have, let's say you have some tanks. Scorpion, tanks, and you have a unit of crawlers coming in from the back. Something like that. I don't know why you have a melting point, but you decided to buy one because it was cool. And I think I will just mirror this position on the other side. So here we go. Let's get some of these here. You got a crawler, tank, tank. And I guess instead of the Scorpion, you just have something else. So let's see, where's this positioned? It's like right here. 2 spaces. And then this is positioned like right here. Something like that. And then you have this here. And then maybe instead of the Scorpion, you decide to unlock another hammer and a crawler. Yeah, let's do that, and let's do that. I want to say almost always Chaff just seems to perform better. And then so here, same situation. Whoa, my my computer just ran out of storage there. But that's okay, we're back. We just like cleaned up some stuff here. So okay, so anyways, we're back to it. Fang, fang, fang. Ball, ball, ball. What did I do on this side? It was like ball here. Yeah, it looks good. So strange seeing this comp like mirrored on the other side. And we got ball, 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 ball. And then this is like on this side. And this is like on this side. This is like on this side. Alright. So yeah. So your opponent has this. Okay, so I think this is probably the only situation where that would work. I'm not even sure in terms of like supply if this is balanced. because this is like 200, 200, 200. Let's say you start with it, and that's 300. So that's 600 plus the 300. So that's 900 plus 450. So that's 1350 on this side. Whereas on this side, you have, so these three tanks balance out the balls, and then these two crawlers balance out these guys, and then so you still have 100. So you have 550. I guess the melting point automatically imbalances the equation, right? Yeah, the melting point automatically imbalances the equation. Whatever. We're just here to test out the melting point and see how good it is. So this is the only situation where I think this could be good. And honestly, this diffraction, I feel like is gonna just get outshined by these sledgehammers. So you know what? Say bye-bye to those sledgehammers. I'm pretty sure even the crawlers are going to do a better job. So, you know what? Let's just do this. I want to see. Whereas this one has this setup. I'm just genuinely curious. So I kind of like, maybe I handicap this side, but this side is supposed to do well, I think, into the balls and stuff. Okay, there we go. The ball is going to come in here. Let's see. It's not very conclusive. But this side definitely breached through faster. That being said, I did introduce an extra crawler unit there, and I think that extra crawler unit might have like messed with the equation. So hold on. Let's unmess up that equation a little bit first. Because steel balls are notoriously horrendous at dealing with chaff. So if I just remove this crawler unit, now the equation's balanced. Let's see what happens. Same number of tanks, same number of fangs, same number of everything. Granted, specialists are not taken into account here. So, because this side did seem to perform very, very well. But let's see here. Because this is the only situation, like getting attacked by a bunch of balls, do I envision the diffraction even being useful here. Okay, well, by the looks of it, the performance is around the same. You know what? Hold on. The performance is around the same. Hold on. Let me do a true, like a true test, I think. And a true test would probably mean I remove that. And I give this side a second scorpion. Because I think, so that's 300, 300. And then this one is like 600 already, plus the diffraction. So technically this side is way more expensive. But let's see if 2 scorpions can do the same job as 1 diffraction melting point. Because this diffraction melting point is like 300 for the upgrade. No, 250 for the upgrade, 200 for the unlock, and 400 for the guy. So it's 850, whereas the scorpions are 700. So I think this is a true test. It's hard to say, but I think this is like a rough equivalency here. And I hate to say it, but it looks like the scorpion tank combo is just... I feel like it's... yeah, it's faster. The scorpion tank combo just clears faster. And I think you have more tanks left over. There's like... and you still have some other... no, there's more tanks. I think there's like 6 tanks on that side. Is there also 6 tanks on the other side? Hold on. No, there's only 5 tanks. So yeah, the scorpion combo is just better. It clears faster. So I actually don't know if there's really any use of energy diffraction at all. There's one thing left that I want to try. So that's going to have to involve us cleaning up this board here. All right, here's the final Hail Mary to see if, I don't know, energy diffraction is worthwhile. So let's say you find yourself on the receiving end of 1,000 supply worth of wasps for some reason, and you decide to pick up 850 supply worth of melting point with diffraction. And on the other side, your opponent has picked up 900 supply worth of typhoons. So I'm pretty sure the Typhoons will just, like, obliterate these Wasps. That being said, maybe that's an unfair test in the sense that I'm comparing a unit designed to do this to a unit that is maybe designed to do this. I don't know. Because why else would you get the Diffraction, is what I'm thinking, right? Because it just makes your melting point worse at dealing with the units it's supposed to be good at dealing with. And it's not even that great at the units it's supposedly supposed to be better at dealing with. So yeah, the Typhoons easily cut through the Wasps here. The melting point's limit of 5 units at a time is, wow, embarrassing. So yeah, it can't even, I guess one melting point can deal with like a unit of Wasps in a situation that calls for it, but like that was embarrassingly bad. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this last test is unfair, but like I get the feeling that it wouldn't be, because I guess like no sane person would, I guess, get Diffraction for Wasps if you have the option of, say, Mustangs or Typhoons. Arguably, Typhoon's probably better, or like even a Fortress. So yeah, I don't know if I can find a saving grace for energy diffraction. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Maybe there is like a combination that I'm just not big brain enough to see right now that like could be good. Like, granted, in the situation of a battlefield, things could change because of the way units are being protected, which is kind of why I also introduced like those different tests as well. But those different tests just seem to show that like a specialized unit just does better. I think maybe a situation where you're already heavily invested in a melting point tech and like getting the diffraction could be helpful. But then the problem becomes your melting points now lose to your opponent's melting points because they have less range. Range is king in Mechabellum. And unless your range reducing ability gives you more DPS somehow, I don't think it's worth it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have been enjoying this series so far, make sure you subscribe for more if you guys aren't subscribed. And yeah, give me some ideas. I'm always game to hear more of your ideas in terms of things to test. But yeah, as I'm testing stuff, like ideas just come up and I'm like, ooh, what about this? What about that? So yeah, I'm pretty sure energy diffraction is a worthless upgrade. But maybe I'm wrong. And I would love to be proven wrong. So let me know. Until next time, I will see you guys later.
In the rear with the gear. The tires, let's light some fires.
Need a light.
They picked the wrong fight.